a warning?
There's nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
He's been hurt. He's been mistreated. He's been misunderstood. He's Crybaby Walker.
I'm looking to rumble, you're looking at me cause I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the king. I keep rubbing with a tear in my eye.
I'm so tired of being good.
Good girls want him bad.
Hi.
Bad girls want him worse.
Oh, Crybaby, you scorch me, man.
You're a dead man, Walker. Knees pain. Come on. Yeah, you're the sweetest hunk of sugar that I've ever.
The only place you're going to sing is in jail.
Well, if I had your love.
I have told you, the young lady does not like to be poor.
Just touch me for 1 second before I explode.
He's not just antisocial.
Get on.
He was born to be bad.
Just one night of happiness, that's all I ask.
Johnny Depp is Crybaby. A film by John Waters.
Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back. We're out of October.
I mean, it's no longer spooky season, but, you know, that's okay. Like I always say on this show, it does not have to be October to watch scary movies. We're not watching a scary movie today.
We're back on John Waters.
We're back to John Waters, who we love, this movie. I watched this movie with you, and it just brought back, oh my God, I love this movie. I'm so excited to talk about it.
You might not be able to see it, but I am combing my hair into the cool pompadour.
Scott's got your duck's ass going on in the back, but not quite. But listeners, this is going to be a fun one. My name's Pete.
And I'm Scott. And these are the movies that made us gay.
Yes, indeed.
Well, we just really have to get into it.
Yes.
Welcome to Movies That Made Us Gay, our rockabilly expert, our very good friend Janelle.
Janelle, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. We're doing very well. It's great to see you. We love having our little FaceTime catch-up calls that we do.
Yes, over drinks with great screening in the background.
But, I mean, this movie, Crybaby, is so much fun. We're so glad that you wanted to do it and talk about it with us
I've been
today.
saving it special for you.
I know, you told me, and I was so honored.
But, yeah, I mean, Scott, you like to go over at the top of the show just some background, and then we'll get into it.
We watched Crybaby, written and directed by John Waters, released April 6, 1990.
1990.
Yes, this was the first John Waters movie following the death of his muse and frequent collaborator, Divine.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he went from Hairspray straight to Crybaby, correct?
Yeah, I mean, these were two major studio movies. I mean, this is kind of like the golden period of John Waters making movies for...
Like legit movies.
Like legit movies with sizable budgets. And with, I mean, names. A TV star at the time.
Names, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Janelle, why don't you talk to us about your history with this movie and kind of John Waters in general, since it's the top of the episode and you're a guest today. Tell us about that.
Okay. I remember being about 9 when I watched it.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriends, we'd all been friends since kindergarten. We all watched it. I believe it was a sleepover, and her mom had rented the movie for us. And so since then, we used to play Crybaby. My best friend was always Allison. I was Wanda, naturally. Always a Wanda, but a forever Ramona Ricketts. That's what I like to say for myself.
Love it.
Yeah, we used to just play it. I mean, that's who didn't love Johnny Depp, and then that quintessential scene where he's looking at her and the tear rolls down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so that tailspinned into getting into the rockabilly scene in my late teens, early 20s, and all that stuff. John Waters, I was huge into John Waters too. That's what that movie was what introduced me to John Waters.
Sure.
Then of course Serial Mom, then of course Pecker, Pink Flamingos. And then, so that's kind of, I was really young and influential and really wanted to wear hysterectomy pants.
Hysterectomy pants, I call them. I saw Hairspray first because, I'm a couple years older than you. So Hairspray came out in 88. My sister, I don't know if we rented it or if it was just on television. And to me, watching Hairspray, it was like, almost like an airplane.
I was remembering that as we were watching it. You always described it as airplane.
I thought that it was just this zany, wacky
Which it is.
spoof. It kind of is.
Nothing happened like that before.
No, and I was just like, wow, like Ricky. I was fascinated with Ricky Lake. She was just a star in that movie, and I was just like, wow, this guy is amazing. Then Crybaby comes out, and I'm just like, Johnny Depp in 501s.
Yes.
With the cuff at the bottom, like, geez Louise.
Watching it last night made me pregnant again. I swear to God.
I'm like, 501s fit no one like they fit Johnny Depp in this movie. Like, geez, are they tailored to him? What is going on? But yeah, also just seeing, like, I remember the courtroom scene in and asking my sister, what is an iron lung?
Right?
I don't think that I still know what an iron lung
What
is.
is an iron lung? I think it's just, if you have emphysema, it was just the 50s. It was like an oxygen tank, but
Wheeling
they didn't have portable oxygen tanks.
in this
Oh,
courtroom.
Christ, I got another flat.
When that tire pops and the air comes out and she like starts, I died. Christ, I got another flat. And he's cranking up the iron lung, and it's Troy Donahue. And this, to me, at the time as a kid in 1990, I don't know who, Troy Donahue or Joey Heatherton or like any of these people are, why it's subversive.
Like you would have recognized somebody like Iggy Pop.
Yeah,
but not
I think
some
I
of
He
the
doesn't
older
even
Paul.
look like Iggy Pop in the movie.
Yeah, he's got short hair for the first time ever, and the last time probably. Yeah, and I think a couple of years later, maybe around the same time, Big Top Pee-wee came out. So I was like, she's in, Susan Tyrell is in Big Top Pee-wee.
Yes.
So, but that's also got like kooky people in it, So it's in that same punk alternative bubble, And there's a lot going on in this movie that me as a young kid was just kind of drawn to, not the least of which is Johnny in the 501s and then Johnny in the tighty-whities.
Yeah.
Escaping prison.
Yes.
Spends a good third
And
of
then
the
when he
movie
like
without
rips
pants.
his shirt,
Oh my gosh.
his prison shirt, he's got the white. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. all the stuff in the prison with all the like prisoners just like running around like in the striped pants, just like shirtless or whatever. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I also thought that the other boy drape, Milton, he's Hatchetface's boyfriend.
Hatchetface kind of swung
He's so handsome.
He swung.
He is so
swung
handsome.
A really
I
cute
always
guy.
thought Milton was so cute, and Pepper, Ricky Lake, Pepper's boyfriend, so cute,
Gorgeous.
Super cute boys in this movie.
I tried to find Pepper's boyfriend in the credits, and there's only one thing that could be him, and there's no photo. It says Angel Boyfriend.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe that's him, because I was thinking maybe it would be credited as Pepper's boyfriend because he doesn't have a name and he doesn't have any lines.
Right.
But the closest thing I found was Angel Boyfriend, and I'm thinking maybe that could be him because he's such like a dreamboat. I don't know.
He definitely had an angel face.
He has an angel face, right? Because otherwise I can't find anything as to who he was. But yeah, I think when I first saw this, I knew John Waters was up to something with Hairspray. Then this came out, and then I think it got to the point where my sister started doing her research, and she was like, "Oh yeah, okay," and started talking about Divine, and started talking about Pink Flamingos, and
it kind of led you to all of those movies.
It led us down that path, And I don't think I watched Pink Flamingos until much later. We probably couldn't find them in any reputable video store, but Yeah, this movie definitely had an impact. Scott, when did you first watch Cry Baby?
I didn't watch Cry Baby until I was probably in my 20s.
Yeah.
I did not grow up on this movie,
okay.
shockingly.
Yeah.
I think that, Pete, you probably introduced me to this.
Sure, yeah.
That,
Okay.
yeah, I did not grow up on this movie. I probably should have grown up on this movie because I would have loved
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you would have been super into it. We were also talking about, we'll go down the line of all the characters in this movie, but
Yeah.
Traci Lords.
So
Good
beautiful.
grief.
Oh, my God.
That hair on Traci
smokes.
Lords.
Oh, do you know how hard I tried to recreate that hair?
I mean-
with like different falls when I was like in my 20s.
We were trying
Yeah.
to make out what's her real hair and what is a piece because it all looks like it's still grown out of her head.
It does. I mean, it's
But there's-
impeccable.
And there's so much volume, though, in the back.
So
that
much volume.
It's like, there has to be, like you said, falls and clip-ins and all that stuff. But do you think they cut her bangs?
Do you think it's like a bang?
It's a John
piece?
Waters movie. I think they cut her bangs. I think
I
John
think they
Waters
cut
was
her
like,
bangs.
you have to do this.
Yeah, no,
the
I think
character.
they did, and
Yeah.
flawless, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no way they could have done clip-ins like that
Yeah.
because they're still kind of flat and they're thinner.
Yes,
So-
right.
You know what I mean? Like that's so. Yeah, those are her bangs.
Because they bleached Ricky's hair. And
Made her cry.
in Hairspray.
Made her cry because
Oh,
it
and-
hurt so
okay.
much.
Hairspray. They
Yep.
bleached her hair. She cried. No, she cried when she saw it because she thought it looked terrible.
Yeah.
And so it's so funny because we love watching John Waters movies, but we love watching the DVDs with John Waters commentary tracks.
We need to get a hold of this
and
commentary.
they are so funny. It's just him.
I need to do that.
It's just him, and sometimes I'll be an interviewer, but he just recounts his stories about these movies, and they're just so funny and clever. But he tells all these stories about how it's just becomes this tradition of his actresses crying when they see their final look because they're just so shocked. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I think Traci cut her hair, but she's flawless in every shot. You're just
mean,
like, oh my god.
Holy smokes!
Some of her delivery cracks me up in this movie too.
Oh, so good.
Creep.
Yeah, beat it. Creep.
Yeah. And her mouth, like the way she can like sneer, like
Yeah.
it's so sexy and badass
Yeah.
and just amazing.
Yeah. So, for listeners, if you have not watched this movie yet, which you should, the really quick IMDb line says, in 1950s Baltimore, a bad boy with a heart of gold wins the love of a good girl whose boyfriend sets out for revenge.
I mean, it's his teenage angst movie.
And it's a kind of exploitation movie of those like 50s teen gang movies.
I mean, I have kind of teen angst movies in my notes
Yeah.
of Rebel Without a Cause, Blackboard Jungle,
Yes.
The Wild
Yeah.
One with Marlon Brando, even something like I Was a Teenage Werewolf. I just watched,
Yeah.
I just watched that with Michael Lannon this October.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see some crybaby influences. And High School Confidential, I know that's a big favorite of Ben Sheaves.
Okay, our friend Ben
too.
Sheaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
And yeah, just through this 1950s lens, but also this super specific John Waters Baltimore lens,
Always.
which none of the three of us have any reference for other than John Waters.
None.
We'll have to
None.
get Jesse from Cult Cinema Circles.
Yes, our
from
friend,
Baltimore.
a friend
So
of ours is
he's
from
an
Baltimore.
expert.
Yeah,
Yep. Mhm.
But what we know from Baltimore is through John Waters movies, which hey, looks fun to me.
Yeah, looks great.
yeah.
Those
I would
track
like to
houses.
say-
Yep.
I would like to say I love the subtle like messages in there, like Crybaby saying like I don't drink and drive,
I was gonna go there.
you know,
Yeah,
or like he likes his girls bad, Lenora, not cheap.
Yeah.
Like, I love those little subtle, you know what I mean, heartwarming,
Yes.
like clean things.
Yeah, I think, and that's very John Waters. Like at the end of the day, these characters, the drapes, and I don't know. I'd have to watch a John Waters commentary to find out. I don't know if drapes was like a real term or if that's something
I don't know.
he made up for this. It could very.
I'm expert. I don't know.
It sounds like something that John Waters, like from the kids in Baltimore, they called the greasers that, right? So that's what he's using in this movie. But it's in this movie, the drapes are portrayed as, they're bad kids, but like at the end of the day, they're still good kids at heart.
They're also kind of
It's
role
a
models.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, their role models are wholesome. They're buying cradles.
Yeah.
costs a lot of hubcaps to get the what is that, an Indian or something motorcycle?
Yeah.
They're a happy family.
The type of boy that you would want to bring home to mom is Crybaby.
He's very respectful to Mrs. Vernon Williams.
Yes.
You know, he defers to her all the time, you know. So it's an interesting dynamic of these drapes as being the bad kids, and it's just that they're from the wrong side of the tracks. They're just the poor kids. And so and to the other kids, the squares, who I love that they are self-proclaimed squares. Yeah. They're just like, that's owning what they call themselves, owning it. They're at the country club and in the finishing school and the RSVP, you know.
But they're also shitheads because later on he talks about how they laughed and laughed and laughed about killing Crybaby's dad. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, but like how rude. Oh my God.
I was like,
and they're the ones that perform the acts of vandalism.
Yeah.
And, you know,
they're the ones that start the fights.
Yeah, fucking up other people's cars and starting fights and all that stuff. So, you know, it's a little, I mean,
touch on classism.
Yeah, a little too real for for these days. But you know, this movie is a brisk hour and 25 minutes.
Love it.
85 minutes.
Love it. Under 90-minute movie.
timing.
With the credits. Yep. You know. Yep. So it's quick. It moves fast. Like, we meet the kids, we find out who they are, we immediately go to Turkey Point, which Turkey Point.
Real place.
Is it really?
Place. Yeah. What? Not the theme park.
I think it's a real place.
Wow.
I think that when they refer to Turkey Point, I think this is a specific place in
Baltimore,
outside of Baltimore.
That's very interesting. Because
that's Jesse.
What it is in the movie seems insane. Because it seems like you would think that the drapes would have this like underground, like old swimming hole, but it seems like there's infrastructure there. Like, it seems like a
gorgeous sprawling lake.
You know, there's like a food hall and a dance hall and a stage.
Yeah,
and
it's like a summer camp.
It seems like a real working thing and not just like some shithole like garbage dump that they're just like taking over, you know?
Right.
But it seems like someplace I'd want to hang out. But
I would, but
I think I know where you're
Sure.
Yeah, maybe I know where you're going with that.
I think that you're probably referring to what is hanging in the background.
Yeah. There's a couple of Confederate flags strewn throughout, which is questionable, but
I will say, and by no means am I by any means excusing it, but that, especially in the 90s, early 90s, was like part of this motif without necessarily the meaning behind it.
Got it.
With the rockabilly scene.
It was kind of local history.
Yeah. And,
a little bit.
And I mean, I come from Southern roots, and a lot of it really quickly was, you know, they were a Northern aggression. These farmers and stuff had no access to real internet. We all know how propaganda works. So a lot of that for those people, which we now know is not the case, but at that time, you have to think of that time was these people are coming to take our land, these rich people from the North, blah, 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 you know, all that stuff. And so for whatever reason, that hideous flag was going to rockabilly shows at a young age, it was everywhere, and it wasn't really thought of. And I mean, even, you know, there was, you know, black folks, Mexican folks, all that stuff, all that. But I mean, they even have two of the black guys wearing the Confederate like wraps in their, not wraps, but like
scarves,
handkerchiefs or whatever, scarves. Not excusing it by any means.
Of course. And I think it's John Waters just referencing the time frame and what these kids would have had. You know, there. So
but I would hang out at Turkey Point stands.
Otherwise, because the swimming hole looks fun. But okay, so we should go down the line of our characters and the drapes. We talked about Johnny a little, and Scott had a bit of info.
I've always heard this story that John Waters has talked about when casting the role of Wade Crybaby Walker, that he bought $30 worth of teen magazines, all of which show Johnny Depp of 21 Jump Street on the cover. And just because he just wanted to see what the kids were into, like who was on television at that time. Or, I mean, some of these magazines could have had like actors that were doing film work.
Yeah, they did that, like
But
River Phoenix and
Johnny was kind of
Yeah.
a regular staple of these teen magazines from his
Yeah.
stint on 21 Jump Street, which I think that he was just finishing up at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is around the
think
time
so.
of Edward Scissorhands, and that's when right about when he left, I think.
So he offered the role to Johnny, and Johnny thought the script was really funny and strange and took it as this kind of way to maybe not be typecast as a television teen idol, or maybe kind of
Yeah.
subversively leaning into it in like an ironic
Yes.
way a little bit.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, it
I could
set him
see
on
that.
that path of kind of getting all of his major film work, and then he did Edward Scissorhands later that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it kind of fits super perfectly. The at one point, are they giving him another? Oh, it's when he's getting his shot. They're getting the polio vaccine
In the opening
credits.
opening credits, and it's his real like huge
Indian head tattoo.
Yeah,
Which already looks aged.
Yes.
I mean those late '80s tattoos probably did not look great.
Get it in a garage, I don't know.
From the start. But
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny has always claimed native ancestry,
Yes.
right? That's kind
Yes.
of always been in his backstory. That
Yes.
like his great grandmother or something.
Yeah.
So, all
Yeah.
right, we'll
when
give,
he was in Dead Man and that whole, thing.
yeah. And then later on in The Lone Ranger, he was Tonto,
Yeah.
Right.
who was like a
right.
full Indian character, which is wild. But then, interestingly, the other male drape, Milton Hackett, played by Darren Burroughs, the Hatchet's boyfriend, who we said was super cute. He is an actor who was on Northern Exposure, and he is of Native descent. And he,
Really?
yeah, and he was playing a Native American character on Northern Exposure, like the very next year. So I think that's kind of just a weird little bit right there. But yeah, I think Johnny's kind of perfect for this role. Scott, did you find anybody else that was maybe considered for Crybaby? Usually in IMDb they'll have that list of like
IMDb had a list. Here, let me look it up.
Well, I've got it up right now. So
I wouldn't be surprised if River Phoenix was on that.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking River. Okay, so this says Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise.
I think that they both would have been too old.
I mean, Johnny's pushing it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
could see why they would say Tom Cruise because of
Outsiders.
Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Also, Jim Carrey. I always see.
I heard a thing about the Jim Carrey
think
thing.
that
Okay.
Jim Carrey probably
Was
just
supposed to be
auditions for
the-
everything.
He was supposed. They asked. I heard that they had asked him to be one of the squares, the middle guy that looks kind of like John.
I was going to say there's a guy that looks
yes.
like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I heard, and I don't
Okay.
remember when I was originally looking stuff up when
Uh-huh.
we were originally talked about this. I think in February.
Yeah.
I was looking up little things so I could, sound smart, and that was one of the things I believe that I read was that they had offered it to him.
Okay, that's so interesting because I always hear about Jim Carrey in these like really early '90s stuff. I guess In Living Color was probably the very next year, so it's not out of the question.
I think just his agent just sent him out for everything.
Probably
at that time.
And
Probably.
What year is Earth Girls Are Easy? 89.
Earth Girls Are Easier is 88, 89.
Yeah, and he's
I
in
love
that.
that movie.
Yeah, and he's super cute in that, Jim Carrey. But yeah,
Surprisingly, yeah.
I could definitely see River though. I think he would be would have been a really good Crybaby. I think him leaning into the music in this would have just been like, I don't know, maybe he may not have been super comfortable with it. Johnny, I think, I don't know. I feel like Johnny always had aspirations, right? To like,
Yeah.
There
to
was
be a performer.
kind of a disconnect with Johnny and the vocals, and it's not really shocking that Pete told me that they ended up dubbing it.
I always thought it was him singing. I
Yeah.
always
did I.
thought it was
I don't
him.
think it doesn't sound like him.
You
at
don't
all.
think
It's
so?
not him.
I don't think
It's
it sounds
James,
like him.
It's not him. It's James Inveld.
Okay.
And then he really took off with that whole thing as long as he possibly could have. No shade to anyone that loves James Inveld. I had the CD when I was a youth. But yeah, it does. It does, and it doesn't sound like him.
Sure, right.
Right?
The falsetto stuff doesn't, but I think the very first song that he performs at Turkey Point kind of does. Kind of sounds.
Yeah, and when he's in the car, I thought that was him.
Yeah.
I will say the musical aspect that I do think that they should have done a huge opening number to just set the tone that this is a musical. That I think that they wait a little too long to get into the songs, that I kind of want them to get right into it.
Sure. Because the first big musical thing is when they're in the car next to Allison and Mrs. Vernon Williams, but they're lip syncing to the song on the radio. So that's kind of not even really like the real actual first song is at Turkey Point when they sing together, and it's late in the movie,
and that's a good 25 minutes in.
Yeah,
okay. That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Allison, played by Amy Locane of Melrose Place.
I had forgotten that she was on season 1 of Melrose Place.
Yeah,
and in Airheads.
She is in Airheads. Oh my gosh, I love Airheads. That's not even on her top 4 on IMDb. She's also in School Ties. I don't remember that. I haven't seen School Ties.
Okay, so she was paired with Brendan Fraser a few times in her career.
Really?
Oh, Airheads, yeah,
Airheads
and School Ties.
Airheads,
That's funny. That's funny. So she was 17. She was the youngest of all of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
she looks young.
So I read that her mother was on set the entire time because she was a minor. And
good for her.
Yeah, maybe she'd heard a little bit about John Waters' movie. But Ricky was 18 when she did Hairspray. She said, we just watched a little interview. Ricky said she was 18 when she did Hairspray. So Amy Locane was 17. We read that Drew Barrymore was kind of thought about for this role, but she would have been 15.
She would have been young.
I think that would, especially against Johnny, would have been a little too young.
Yeah.
So we were thinking Drew could have worked because John casts those kind of like a Traci Lords, Patty Hearst, people with a past.
Yeah.
He likes to cast
colorful
pasts. Yeah, questionable pasts. And Drew at that time was, coming out of all that, but I think she was just too young, especially.
I think so.
Yeah, especially with Johnny.
I always really like to hear about that story that both Traci Lords and John Waters talks about, that FBI agents visited the cast of this movie. Because I think that when it was really making the rounds of how young Traci was in some of those movies, and they issued her a subpoena.
They were trying to serve her. Yeah.
Involving all of that. Yeah. And the cast and crew kind of like rallied.
They hit her.
For Traci.
They hit her on set. Mm-hmm. And she was like freaking out. And so they would hide her when they would come to try to serve her papers to appear in court. So they hit her. And she was like, John said that she was like super embarrassed and super like scared that they were going to find her. And because it's John Waters and it's all of his crew of like Dreamlanders, all of them were like, bro, we've all been arrested so many times.
Yeah. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've been arrested.
Yeah. And they would just tell her all the times, like they've gone to court and, what they've all been arrested for and all that, just to kind of like calm her down, because she was only 21, maybe 22 when she shot it. That's super young too, So I always think that's such a fun.
I imagine her
nice
like. I imagine like Patty Hearst coming to her and being like, "Here's the deal."
Yeah. Here's what you're gonna do when dealing with the feds.
Now we were talking about, is this Patty Hearst's first John Waters movie?
I believe it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, because I thought she was in Hairspray, but then when I looked it up, I was like, I don't know if she's in this.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Because she goes on to be she's in Pecker, right? I think she's in Pecker.
Yeah, she's in Serial Mom.
Definitely in Serial Mom, yeah. She's in Cecil B. Demented.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the parents.
Cecil B. Demented is pretty much like a...
I completely forgot about
sort
that
of
movie.
a spoof of her life, more or less. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, with movie theater employees.
Cecil B. Demented was the first John Waters movie I ever watched, just because that was the most readily available when I was in high school, that it would have been the new one.
It was a new movie.
So it was easy to rent, that I'd always heard about the name John Waters.
Yeah.
When talked about, but it's not like I could get a hold of any of these movies.
No,
actually, I
access.
I could have rented something like Hairspray or Crybaby.
Yeah.
But Cecil B. Demented was my first.
And it was the newest one, so you were just like, let's watch this.
And what a weird movie for that to be your first John Waters movie. I love Cecil B. Demented, though. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that. I haven't. Oh, wow. I completely forgot about that movie.
So there's a scene in Cecil B. Demented where all of the movie theater employees and like the film crew go up to Melanie Griffith and introduce themselves. And one of the girls... She's the boom operator in their film crew, and she's black and her name is Chardonnay, and she always says, "I'm Chardonnay and I do the sound," and she's like all mean like that. And at work at Trader Joe's, every time I'm like in the wine section, I always say that I'm always like, "I'm Chardonnay and I do the sound" anytime I'm working on Chardonnay. Anyway, so we talked about Traci a little bit. We were talking a little bit about Ricky Lake. We were watching an interview with Ricky and John. And, Ricky Lake, unfortunately, just lost her home in the Palisades fire.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And after I found out about that, I went on her Instagram and started looking at, like, past posts. And this house, I am telling you, it was like Tony Stark's house.
So I was crazy. So I was wondering, did she, like, marry a software billionaire? But no, that's all Ricky Lake's money.
I think it's just Ricky Lake talk show money.
Talk show, and then she was in more movies around that time. But I think it's all talk show and residuals from that. It has to be.
It has to be. It was this house was on a cliff overlooking like the Pacific Palisades, like the property that she would show, because she was very proud of this house. She had worked a lot on it. They pretty much built it, and so she would show. You can go on her Instagram and it's just all these videos of it, and it's like insane, this house. And the video that we just watched was an interview with the two of them, John and her, at the house, and he's just like, Ricky, this house, he's like, this house is
You've
amazing.
Done very well for yourself.
Yeah. And we were both just like, God, it has to be just that Ricky Lake money. Like, good for her, man.
Yeah.
And it's
just, that went on for a long time.
And what we didn't realize she said it in the interview, she was 24.
What?
When she started the Ricky Lake show.
Crazy.
What the hell are we doing?
24. I was raising a kid and
yeah. Oh my gosh. We were not hosting a freaking multi-year, like multinational talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good for Ricky Lake. She and she said she's always very gracious and grateful to John Waters. Like she tells him every time she can get, you gave me my career, you gave me this house, like essentially. And he's always very much like, no, you did all this
I know
for yourself.
That John's advice to her was always have some sort of a backup plan or something else that you can do. Like if acting didn't work out, that she ended up hosting a talk show.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sound advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Always have a backup plan.
Yes. Yes. So, moving through the drapes, talked a little bit about Traci, Wanda Woodward, and how amazing she is.
I love Wanda's house when you see the brief
that split level house
scenes of that cool split level Baltimore house that you don't normally see in movies set in Baltimore. You usually get the row houses.
Yeah,
I think this house is kind of cool.
It's a fun
But
set.
All of the interior design. All of the interior design of that house.
I forgot about Inga, the Swedish exchange student. In the full milkmaid, costume.
Her mother and father.
Yeah. Crazy. But I think we need to move on, and I think we need to talk about Kim McGuire.
Oh, legendary.
Mona Hatchetface, Mal Narowski. This woman is an enigma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this her only acting credit? Like, I can't find any other photo. She's in 3 other movies. She has 4 acting credits. No, that's not true. I'm lying. She has more than that.
Can we get a picture of her that's
I cannot
not from
find
this movie?
I couldn't find a picture of her.
Because I do think that some of the styling and makeup choices kind of lean into her being crazy.
She was actually a pretty attractive woman. I did see a picture a long time ago of her. Oh, I think it was in her obituary. It was a younger picture of her.
Okay.
She was actually, it was a lot of makeup and then her making those facial things, which is awesome.
Yeah, because they yellow her teeth. Her
Yes.
eyebrows are completely either shaved off or blocked, and then there's got the one crazy curved eyebrow,
Yeah.
like the one normal one. You know, the smeared makeup, the smeared lipstick. The lipstick, like, she doesn't quite have as much lipstick on her teeth as Susan Tyrell does.
How uncomfortable could that have been?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I love, like, the kids like, make the faces, and she's like, whoa. Yeah, too much. And she, I think, was well into her 30s, you know, when they shot this. And I love that they're just playing teenagers.
I like that
Like,
she
who
ended up
cares?
going into American law. That's kind of
Yeah.
fun.
Lawyer. Oh, wow.
It says lawyer.
Yeah. Well, and I love that they actually, most of them looked like teenagers, aside from the counterpart movie, Grease, where you guys have talked about, where
Yes.
everyone's basically 45.
Yes,
and
yes.
it's like,
Yeah, Grease is crazy and kind of and known for that. But I think, yeah, in this one it's like, okay, Ricky's passing, Tracy, you know, what's his name? Milton. I think he's got a very youthful face. Hatchet's
Yes.
boyfriend, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a very young looking face. And then there's Johnny, but it's Johnny. He's just so handsome.
well, and we were kids, and that's kind
Yes.
of like, oh, that's what teenagers look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As kids, teenagers are grown adults.
Basically.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. We should talk a little bit about Lenora as well.
Oh, Lenora. We all knew Lenora.
Known hussy.
Who turned square.
I forgot she turned square too. But the fact that like the news reporter referred to her as known hussy.
Known hussy.
Yeah.
Scorching for you, crybaby. Oh, you got me scorched.
Yeah. And the like sun tanning his initials into her leg, like,
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, I love
Her
it.
movements.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in Hairspray.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Is she one of the like on the council or something?
think so,
Probably.
yeah.
But yeah, you know what I love about John Waters movies is that they're set in a very specific time. They're like early 60s as opposed to like straight up 50s. And I think that the costume design and all of that, like the bathing suits in this movie.
Yep.
I love the
I think
period.
it looks pretty authentic.
Yeah, I love the period bathing suits. Look so authentic. Even like the guys that are wearing like Speedos, they're like really high-waisted.
Yeah.
They come up really
Yes, I love those.
Yeah. And you can tell that they're kind of like cotton.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
right?
a cotton bathing suit.
They wouldn't have really had a spandex.
Yeah, they didn't have like
No, even Lenora's huge underwear that she throws at Johnny.
When she takes off those gigantic panties.
I was like, what? That's what you're choosing to throw
Yeah, ooh, those are sexy. Oh my gosh.
Is it sexy because they're supposed to be silk and that was all they had at the time?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess. But okay. So I was doing a little bit of research on Susan Tyrell,
Okay.
the icon, and her life did seem a little interesting. Mm-hmm. Apparently, she was in a multi-year relationship with Hervé Villachez, Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
I knew that.
Did you?
I did know that.
Yeah, and they like had a house in Laurel Canyon, and they like lived together. Like that's crazy. He was married like 3 times or something. So like good for Tattoo. Like he was working it out. But yeah, I don't know. She just has that super that voice of hers that is so like iconic. And I mean, her look
like gravelly velvet.
Yeah, gravelly velvet. Yeah, there you go.
You know what my reference for Susan Tyrell will always be is the Chipmunk Adventure.
Oh,
The cartoon?
yeah,
The cartoon.
There was a movie.
Where they go around the world?
She's Claudia
Yeah.
in the Chipmunk Adventure.
She's like the human lady.
Right.
She's the voice of Claudia, and they even animate the character to kind
She
of
kind of
look
looks like her.
You know
look a
what?
little like Susan
I was
Tyrell.
obsessed with that cartoon.
yeah.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
That's always kind of my introduction to Susan Tyrell as a kid.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's another rewatch.
I
need to
wasn't
do.
sure if it was her or if it was Kathy Moriarty in that movie, but
Sure.
it's Susan. And you're right, they do animate that character to look kind of like her, that fierce look. I remember her for, I think the first thing I saw her in was probably Big Top Pee-wee. And
she
played.
Well, mine was Crybaby, and then
Yeah.
Big. Wait, which came? Yeah.
Well,
because-
actually, yeah, I'm not sure which did come out first. I'm gonna have to look that
Big
up.
Top Pee-wee would have probably been in the 80s.
Was it?
Let's find out. It was Crybaby 1990. Rockula. Oh my God, not Rockula. Big Top Pee-wee was 88. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Big Top
So
Pee-wee was
then,
88.
okay.
Oh man, she's in Tapeheads. Okay, Chipmunk Adventures 87. She's in The Hitchhiker, Scott. Yeah, so I remember her. She was Midge Montana in Big Top Pee-wee.
Right.
She was the wife of Mace Montana, played by Chris Christopherson, and she was like 3 apples tall.
Yeah.
Like no explanation. She was just a tiny little person.
That's such a weird Paul
Rubens, but it's just
Paul Rubens, Paul.
It was a crazy circus.
Yeah.
And that where else are you going to find the tiny lady but the circus?
Yeah.
And Chris Christopherson would carry her around in his jacket pocket. And she kind of like, I would almost say I don't know if she exaggerated her voice, but she would be like, "I love you, baby."
Yeah.
The way she would talk. And I was just
tiny creature with a big voice.
Yes. But they would have her in these big like almost like Christian Dior dresses, like with the big new look, like big skirt, and like very elegant gowns, but tiny.
Yes. Yeah. Who was the seamstress?
Yeah, right. And I was always like, who is this woman? She is amazing. And then seeing her in this and just being like, oh man, this lady has to be a kook.
Yeah, she's a character.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
And but you're right. We're talking about the like family dynamics, and yes, maybe Pepper is a teen mom with 2 kids and another one on the way.
How old did she have those 2 kids?
I mean,
They were like 7.
yeah, those kids were big. Those kids were big, but she loves her kids, and Ramona loves the kids, and like they're just trying to be a family.
Yeah.
We were dying at the orphanage.
That's my favorite scene in the movie. That's some real John Waters wackiness as those dioramas of all of the kids.
like the pet store.
Yeah. But then like the orphan lady can't get out. So how long are these kids trapped in there?
Right. I mean, I think they tied her to that like rocking horse.
Oh,
though.
okay.
I think she's tied to the rocking horse. But yeah, the kids with the sign saying like "I'm cute" and like
adopt me.
Yeah, tiny vacuums.
And then they release them, but they're not with them, so they just go into the wild. Like, what happens?
That's what Scott said. He goes, "They're gonna take home all those kids." I was like, "I think they just set them free."
Sure.
Yeah. So how does that help them?
They're all just feral children now.
I like to think
Baltimore.
I like to think that they're going to go live with them.
Sure, maybe they just didn't show up to the final drag race.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be appropriate for most of the children, I suppose.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Naked Iggy Pop in that wash tub.
Yeah.
It's God.
And I love the way he goes, butt naked.
Yeah. Y'all caught me for my birthday suit.
And he's got this crazy look in his eye. Yeah. But all that stuff is super fun at Turkey Point. When he does come out to perform the song, I was like, okay, I guess I can see Crybaby in this like Ricky Ricardo looking coat. Right. But I think it's more supposed to be a little bit more of
Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, played up. Yeah, and then he does like the hip swing.
Yeah.
Like kind of,
Yeah.
It's Elvis at that baseball game.
The baseball game?
Where he got arrested.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the whole prison scene is obviously a spoof on Jailhouse Rock.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. I was looking at some of, Johnny Depp is like famous for kind of breaking down his characters and saying like, I really modeled this character after, and he takes elements of people, right?
Right.
What was it for Ichabod Crane? He said like, wasn't Angela Lansbury?
I think Angela Lansbury was one of them.
Yeah.
I could see that actually.
But for this one, there were a lot though, but one of them was Chet Baker, which I was like, all right,
I can kind of see Chet Baker.
Yeah. I got to find it. It's in the trivia somewhere, but he broke down the all of his influences on on Crybaby. I mean, okay, here we go. Chet Baker, Elvis Presley, Eddie Cochran, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Conway Twitty.
I could definitely see the Carl Perkins.
Carl Perkins, yeah. So, and did I say Gene Vincent? I'm not sure who.
Oh yeah, okay. Definitely. There's a lot of Gene Vincent.
Okay, work.
Yeah,
all right.
I could see that.
See, cool.
Yeah.
What do we think of? What do we think of Allison's drape makeover?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Sans sash.
The red sash.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know, maybe her hair could have been bigger.
Yeah, I think they were like working with what they got for the time frame that they had to get her ready.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But that top though, like that cute little halter, like I love that top. I had one similar to it. It was
love
black,
it. Love it. But it was so interesting because the movie is very short. Like we were saying, it's just we introduce the characters, we have the little like car moment at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where they scare Mrs. Vernon Williams. And then it's like he goes to pick her up. They go back. Yeah. They have their little dance number. And then they have the little like riot. And then that's the halfway mark of the movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they all go to the courthouse.
And then they go to the courthouse. And we're like, okay, the movie's half over. Like we just have.
Are we going to talk about the incredible acting of the lightning scene?
It's just heat.
Where he should have won an Emmy, clearly, for it.
Oh, my God. Okay, so Crybaby hates lightning because...
Which is such a funny character now.
He hates all electricity.
Electricity. He lives by candlelight.
He lives by candlelight and gas generators or something. Yeah. But
this is his big scene in Turkey Point.
Yeah, when they're making out and he just teaches Allison how to French kiss. Which is
I love that shot of everybody French kissing.
Yeah,
I thought that was how you were supposed to French kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? Turns out with your first kiss, that's not. And then you're known as like the crazy tongue girl until like, I don't know, end of high school.
Yeah. I mean, he's explicitly giving instructions on how to do it. So
he's very respectful to her too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She says keep it over her blouse or whatever. But there's like thunder and lightning strikes a tree and he gets all crazy. And we find out that he hates lightning and all of electricity because both of his parents?
No, his dad was the ABC bomber.
Right.
His mom couldn't even read, but they fried her anyway.
But I love when she's like, what was the first thing airport and the barbershop. The ABC bomber is crazy. That's right. All those bombs at the airport and the barber. See, that's very airplane. The airport and the barbershop.
Yes. Yeah. And then him singing like A, B, C, D. Boom.
If they would have had it in the budget, they would have done a flashback.
Yeah.
I think so. Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah, and like who would have been stunt cast as his dad? But yeah, no, you're right. That scene is crazy. The two of them are doing some wild work.
I think it's sexy.
Because what does she say? Like it's just lightning, just heat and like
heat and electricity.
Yeah, and he rips open his shirt, and you see the big electric chair tattoo in his chest, which is crazy. If your parents died in the chair, I mean, I guess what a tribute.
It's like cry one teardrop for all the bad things I do, or something like that.
Yeah, the single tears that everybody gets, which is this huge, thick gloss droplet of like glycerin or whatever.
Yeah,
yes,
is always insane. When they have that number when he's put in jail, and he like wipes his teardrop and then licks it, and you're like, something about that doesn't make me feel right. And then she drinks the jar.
That shot of her crying into the glass.
No, that's ridiculous.
And then drinking it.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Well, when she first is crying and has the jar and like scoops up the one tear, you're like, oh my God, so John Waters, crazy, over the top.
My friend Tracy tried to reenact that when we were reenacting the movie.
Oh my God. But yeah, then when she drinks it, you're just like, okay.
Ew.
All right. Gross. But Yeah, no, that scene with the electricity and the ABC bomber, great. Chef's kiss. When I said who would they have cast to play Johnny Depp's father, it got me thinking of Willem Dafoe as the
Oh, Willem Dafoe's so
as
fun.
the prison guard.
As the prison guard.
One scene, he's just there.
When he
he's
slaps Johnny's butt.
Yeah.
What did he say, Scott, that you laugh so hard at? God bless Roy Cohn.
God bless Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
That is such a ridiculous John Waters line.
Yeah, Dwight Eisenhower.
It's just kind of this right worship of Roy Cohn at this time.
God bless Richard Nixon, who at that point was just the vice president. Like, so crazy. I love it.
God bless a juvenile correction facility or something.
Yeah. But yeah, all those scenes when he walks in and they're just all there and they're like striped pants and like half of them are shirtless. You're just like, oh.
I love any movie or television with the jail where everybody sleeps in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
As if that would ever happen. Yeah.
Well, again, this is a juvenile correctional facility.
Sure.
It's not quite a jail. So
True.
maybe. But then we're watching it. Scott goes, do you think they still make license plates in prison? And I'm like, good question.
Is that still a thing?
Right? And might I add, how pissed would you be if you were getting a license plate and it just like all your options are Allison?
Seriously, they had to throw half
But are
of
they
those
going
away.
to scrap that? Because what the hell?
Yeah, they had to melt those down to make new license plates because you're just adding on to your sentence, crybaby. Come on.
Yeah, and you're making more work for your fellow inmates.
Yeah.
Because now they have to redo all these.
I forgot.
They wait pretty long to attempt to buzz cut Johnny Depp's beautiful hair.
Yeah, oh my gosh. First of all, those early scenes in the movie, there's a lot of close-ups on Johnny, and we were just like,
it's a good head of hair.
That hair is impeccable. Like, we were thinking about how long it had to be to get the height.
Probably
it would
pretty
have had
long.
to at least been like jaw length. Don't you
I've
think?
had hair that has been that length.
There's
that
a
you could
couple.
get it
There's a couple
like
shots of him where he's like shaken up and it looks tussled, and it's almost like a little bob.
Yeah.
It's almost just like
which is interesting because Johnny would have come from was 21 Jump Street NBC.
I don't remember.
Network strike
No,
me.
I think it was Fox.
Yes,
Fox.
it was
Okay,
Fox,
well maybe
you're
it would
right,
fly on Fox.
Yeah.
That kind of strikes me as something that television execs wouldn't want guys with long hair on television like that. So I wonder if that was a point of discussion.
But then if you think about 21 Jump Street, though, he was kind of like a street hood type guy in the 80s or whatever. So that hair would have been... I can't remember how his hair looked, though, in the show.
Okay, so it does have some length.
We're pulling up pictures. It just kind of looks very like 90s
it has some length.
guy hair.
Yeah. So it wouldn't take that long to grow out. Yeah, that's right. Oh, there's that face.
I mean... yeah.
I missed the whole. That is a few years before my time. Is the whole 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, you missed 21.
I
missed all of it. It was never rerun at all when I was a kid.
Down on Jump Street.
I was obsessed.
Richard Grieco.
Well, Grieco replaced.
I know he replaced him.
Grieco replaced Johnny.
Whatever happened to him?
Not much.
You see Richard Grieco every once in a while show up for something. Celebrity boxing, maybe.
Oh gosh, yeah. Low rent stuff like that.
Richard Grieco would seem like he would fit in on the Surreal Life or any VH1 programming of the mid 2000s.
Yeah,
I could have. He probably was.
Yeah, he probably did a Surreal Life at some point.
I'm sure he did celebrity boxing on Fox.
God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Johnny just had hair that was longish, and especially since it was a Fox show, and they were playing those types of. They were undercover cops. Playing.
That's Jason Priestley.
I'm just on the photos for 21 Jump Street, and there's a lot of photos because there were a lot of episodes. So we're looking at some guest stars, and Jason Priestley was in an episode. It looks like.
Okay.
Around what year was this? This was.
Jason Priestley's contemporaries with all those guys like Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Priestley's episode aired in '87. Oh my god! No,
wow.
It didn't. It aired Two for the Road. Yeah, October 1987. Wow. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
but I think Johnny's hair, like it's impeccable in this movie, but I think it was pretty long. I think, like you said, like chin length, and it looks like a little sensible bob in some scenes.
Was he dating anybody?
Precursor to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, yeah. I mean, was Johnny dating anybody at the time?
I mean, he would have been with Winona after filming of
Edward
Edward
Scissorhands.
Scissorhands.
So okay, because when he's getting his shot, there's a tattoo on the other arm, and I was like, that can't possibly be Winona Forever. That was way before.
Yeah, I think it was before. I think they met on Edward Scissorhands.
Okay,
I think
I think that Jennifer Grey in 1989.
Ooh, okay.
And it is rumored that they were engaged and they ended their relationship in the same year.
Oh, wow. What a whirlwind.
Okay, wow. I know she was also with Matthew Broderick for a long time after Ferris Bueller. They were an item. I mean, if you really want to get into it, Jennifer Grey was in the car when Matthew Broderick hit those people in Ireland.
Hit that guy?
Yeah.
Ireland?
Yeah.
I'm sure she had to sign something.
Yeah.
Isn't it sad, though, that she got a nose job because she didn't like her nose and it kind of essentially ended her career?
Yeah, that's wild.
She was so good in that Jesse Eisenberg movie last year.
She was really good in that. But
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
She's really good in it.
She is. But I mean, this was, she got the nose
Real
job.
Pain.
She got the nose job in like the early 90s.
I think that we were all gagged. At least Pete and I were when we were watching A Real Pain. We were like, that's Jennifer Grey. And she looked incredible.
Yeah. I thought that made her face. That made her stand out.
You're right. It did. And she looked distinctive. And by no means was she unattractive. She was. She was the lead in freaking Dirty Dancing. She's baby. Yeah. Come on.
Don't even get me started on that.
I know.
Problematic movie.
Episode 100.
That movie,
right. That's right. Yeah.
That movie's crazy. We love it. But so Johnny turned 26, I think, on the set or during the production of this movie. So they had a birthday for him, and here's him with John Waters with the "Happy Birthday, Johnny" cake.
And then look at his hair. It's like
yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember hearing John Waters talk about when he first met with Johnny for this role, and he said how much he loved Gator in Female Trouble.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
The sex icon Gator from Female Trouble. It's so insane.
Gator's like, I'm not queer.
Well,
right?
I mean, he's in our opening.
That's Gator, right?
He's in our opening clip of every episode.
Ain't no way. With that crazy Baltimore accent. Yeah. Oh man, we love Gator.
But we didn't hear any crazy Baltimore accents in this movie. Really.
No, not too many. Because I feel like he's starting to get more diverse actors and not just
people that he finds off the street,
cuckoo people,
or in a bar somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, we love a Baltimore accent. It's so like specific, but not too many in this one. All right, let's see where are we? So we talked a little bit about the jailhouse rock.
Love those scenes
of it all,
yeah.
like all of that.
That's when I feel like the movie really settles into so this is a movie
it's a
musical,
full on musical,
which I feel like they could have established that a little earlier, but this is when it really sets in that this is a movie musical.
Yeah.
But I wonder though, when before that could they have done a musical without, because they needed the dialogue to set up the characters.
Right. It would have been a longer movie. I think that's why this movie is.
You would have had to restage the scene where the nurse is giving them the shots. That I think that you would put it there.
That would have been a good point to put it in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, those shots look gnarly.
Is the polio vaccine the one that gave you the big dent in your arm? You know how you see people with that big scar right there?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that one or something. I think that might be smallpox, actually. But
I mean, that's a big thing at this time with high schoolers getting their polio vaccine. Just this big fucking needle.
Yeah.
I mean, guess what, people?
Getting pulled out of class.
Vaccines do their job. That's why people don't freaking have polio anymore.
You always see this in movies set in the 50s just because, I mean,
it was a thing.
Everybody that would have gone to school in the 50s would have remembered it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that, protecting all the people around you.
I know. Yeah, and the government's just saying, "Hey, everybody, go get this damn vaccine."
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling through the photos right now. There's one image when they get to Turkey Point of the one woman just treading water with her swim
Smoking
cap.
a cigarette. I
Yeah.
tried that. I tried that when I was a teenager in Tracy's back. My friend that was Allison in Tracy's backyard, and I damn near drowned.
Because you have to like hold the cigarette above your head to get out there to the point where you're treading.
Like
and
it's
then
not
put
an
it in your
easy
mouth.
feat, by the way. So props to her because that was rough.
Because either somebody came out, shoved it in her mouth, and then like
I kind of want to see if I can do it.
rode away really quickly.
Unless she's like in shallow water and just pretending, but it looks like she's actually treading water.
It looks like she's treading water, yeah. And she has a full like winged eye,
Yeah.
like she's and a mole, a mole on her chin, like full beat.
Yes.
She's out there with a swim cap and all, but also her bangs are coming out of the swim cap, so it's like, is this doing anything to your hairdo? I don't know. So there were a couple of things in the kind of big jailbreak scenes that we loved.
What were some of them?
Not the least of which were Hatchet and Milton stealing a helicopter.
What?
I love it.
But Hatchet's like...
Hatchet can drive a helicopter.
Well,
she can play an instrument.
A saxophone.
A saxophone.
That's like bigger than her.
She can play a saxophone perfectly without even having to move her fingers.
No, yeah.
She can fly a helicopter.
Is it her or boyfriend flying the helicopter?
I can't tell.
It's her.
It's her. I think it's her.
I love that.
It's her.
Also in her like burglar caper outfit.
Oh, I love her prison break outfit.
The scarf, the scarf around her head and the black.
Yes.
And she's just like moving.
It's gonna get a top 2 of the week for me. I love it.
She never stops moving in that movie.
She does not. She's very much like the daughter in Polyester.
Sure.
The daughter in Polyester is very much like, just constantly.
Got the
like,
Katharine Hepburn shake.
just shaking everything. Yeah. So we love that. But then I also love later on in Please Mr. Jailer when they're all, it's Crybaby and the other guys are against the glass with the phone.
Yes.
And all the ladies are walking up and it's, it's Ricky and Tracy and, Amy Locane. I forget her name right now. But then at the very end is the grandma, Mrs. Vernon Williams.
She's just like dancing as best as she can.
With just a random, like...
What's a random dude?
Random kid. I was like... Is she paired up
Ramona's in there dancing with that other guy.
Is she paired up with a judge? Because I know the judge has the hots for her, but I was
she winds up pairing up with the judge. They gave each other that look at the very end.
Sure.
And she does that, like, come hither look.
Yeah. But you know what I love about Mrs. Vernon Williams is that when they are getting sentenced, she's kind of like, she's like, this is, like, you could tell that she's not cool with all of it. She's like, no, this isn't right,
Yeah. Well, and she lets Allison go. Please, I've been good and it's not a school night. And she's like, but what of your dress? Like,
what if your dress gets dirty? And you're just like, oh, okay. She's not saying no. She's just saying, like, I don't want you to mess up your clothes. So it's like you see that, like, even though she is, like, the head of this, like, charm school and she's all about the 3 B's and all of that stuff.
Breeding is one of them.
Breeding. Oh, my God. Dead.
I mean, it's kind of very similar to Divine's arc and Hairspray.
Divine's arc?
Yeah, I mean, especially with, like, the
Tracy,
like the counterculture.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the first lady rats her hair. Mm-hmm. I love the term ratting, like rat as a verb.
Isn't it so sad? I mean, we're getting to the point where
they had rats in the 50s, I believe, that you put behind your hair and then you did like the bouffant over it,
like a bump it.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay. Well, what was funny was that in Ricky's hairstyle and Ramona, they have that little snooky
bump it.
Yeah, the little bouffant.
The one in the back, that's super specific. Like they've got the bangs in the front and then the little, and then one of the daughter of Ricky's little daughter has a little
she had it
version
too,
of it, which I love.
I used to do my hair like that.
What I was going to say is that we're getting to the point where as Gen Xers eventually become the old people, that we're kind of losing the connection to the past, that you're not going to see ladies with bouffants anymore. Is that it's all just going to be, that's going to that's all just gonna be gone.
Like older women.
It's all that.
Yeah.
It's all that. Like it's going to be that lengthy, like curls.
Yep.
Like,
These
beach wave.
That's what I was just going to say. All older women just
These
all have
women
long,
that found their silhouettes
curly hair
in the 60s, and they just still kept up with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll be bouffanting my hair and putting my hair in wraps till the day I die.
Oh man.
I wore that to your guys' wedding.
Yeah.
When I was blonde with I had the big and then like the curls underneath with like the bow in the back.
Yep. I love it. Yeah, but like the minute Traci walks on screen, we're like, oh my God, the amount of teasing in the back of the the amount of ratting in the back of the
hair is, I don't think anyone has been able to even come close to that style.
Yeah.
At least that I've seen over the years. Like people have tried, God knows I've tried, and it does not come close. It's so fucking perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, John would have had,
I have to see who the hairstylist
women
is.
doing the hair in that movie, just that would have been doing hair in Baltimore in the 60s.
Yeah,
Right.
so they knew that hair.
So they knew that hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. So would hair at this point be in makeup, or would there be its own
You like hair and makeup?
hairstylist? Yeah, it's under the makeup department. So I want to see if it's the same person that's credited in Hairspray, because he said that the lead hairstylist in Hairspray, no, she's just known for Crybaby, it says. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. He said the lead hairstylist in Hairspray was a mean old dyke.
Oh my God.
He said, but she knew how to do all that hair.
Well, yes, she did.
She could get all of those extras in and out.
Yeah, he said she
one after another.
She got them all in.
I had a thought going back to Allison's makeover.
Sure.
Maybe the reason why they couldn't get the height is because her hair was not trained to do the height. Like when these girls do that every day.
Oh, sure.
So they just couldn't have done it because her hair was just always kind of flat and just, in a little Peggy Sue ponytail.
Interesting.
In fact, she was wearing a ponytail, so what can you do
was.
with that after,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, training hair, that's a thing, huh?
Yeah.
See, we're boys. We don't know anything about that.
When I first cut my bangs, they used to split down the side. Like, they used to split in the middle. No matter how much grease or hairspray or anything I did, they would fucking split, and it was frustrating.
Oh, my gosh. And so what, do you just wear, like, barrettes, like, to bed, like Jan Brady style?
No, I would just try it the next day. Try it the next day. I mean, I'll have to find pictures of the ridiculousness of.
Okay. That's funny. That's so interesting. See, the thing is, boys know nothing about anything. I mean, just in general.
I wish that I would have.
We've got no clue about life.
I wish that I would have had somebody when I was in junior high and in high school that could really teach me how to properly do my hair with like a hairdryer. Because I look back at young pictures of me that I put in way too much gel in my hair.
All boys.
And it just looks greasy. I needed to have...
Mine was mousse. I used mousse to put my hair in this like slick back ponytail forever when I was a kid. And it was just awful.
Yeah. I mean, we all went through bad hair periods, but as far as like skincare, hair care, beauty in general, boys know nothing. We're not trained for any of that. We have like one bottle in the shower that's like body, hair, toothpaste, like you could wash the dishes with it.
Alex, for those that don't know, my son, still uses the like 4-in-1 something or rather. I'm just like, fine, but his hair is awesome and his face is flawless.
I mean, when you're that age too,
I'm getting to the point where I'm getting better at skincare as I approach 40. I'm a white guy.
Well, we'll have to talk about that later off set as the esthetician here, and I can,
we'll right. I know you've got like the real tricks. Because we're just like, okay, what do you got for us, Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Anti-aging creams and
potions. She's a witch, so that's why she doesn't age.
This is true. Oh man, I'm starting to see some like bogus posters for Practical Magic.
I mean,
2.
I've seen all the set photos.
There's actual photos.
There's actual
but
set photos of it, but there hasn't been no
No.
promotional stuff done.
I'll try and find the bogus poster that I found.
It's all just fan made.
Yeah.
Send it to me because I need to see this too.
Okay. All right. Well, we're getting close to the time that we all need to kind of hit the road.
Yeah, we're doing this in the middle of a workday.
Yeah.
So we can start wrapping it up right now. Any final thoughts on Crybaby or John Waters in general? Or, what do you have? Anyone?
John Waters' movies are always such a time capsule.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bummer that he didn't go on to do a lot of major studio movies. I know that Crybaby did not really make a lot of money at the box office. It really got all of its following from home video and cable airings.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish that he would have continued to make all of these movies.
But do you think it would have lost some of his magic having to
Maybe.
answer to big producers and big production?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
Would
that's
it be the same?
I think that's part of the charm of it.
He had a good thing going with New Line at the time,
Yes.
too.
Yeah. I think not having to really answer to studio heads and really not having a lot of money, it kind of forces you to get creative and come up with these solutions. And I mean, this is probably one of his bigger budget movies, and you had a helicopter and all of that stuff. But at the same time, they're still shooting on like this dilapidated Baltimore theme park.
Oh, I'm obsessed with the theme park.
Santa's Village.
I have it in my notes. I'm obsessed with the theme park. Enchanted Forest Amusement Park in Elliott City, Maryland.
Yeah.
It opened the same month as Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
So this community outside of Baltimore needed the Baltimore solution to Disneyland.
Okay.
And it closed in 95.
Oh, okay. So it was still operating when
it's
they
giving
were
a little
there.
Santa's Village.
Yeah, it is giving Santa's Village.
I loved Santa's Village.
Remember Santa?
Yes.
Local amusement parks.
I always remember there would be commercials and they would say, now you can visit Santa's Village in the summertime. Because
you're like, why?
Yeah, you're like, why would I go?
He's busy making toys. Duh.
He's not going to be there. Hello.
And this poor sap just sitting in the
Oh my
heat
God.
in
In the freaking San Gabriel Mountains in the summer is not really where you want to be wearing a fake beard and like a Santa suit.
No.
It gets hot up there. Oh man. But yeah, I think John Waters' strength is just kind of these almost. I mean, this isn't an underground movie, but for a lot of purposes, you could kind of call it that. With all the actors involved.
It's still this kind of outsider studio movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But the biggest one was Serial Mom, right?
I think so.
I think
it
so.
probably
Yeah.
was. Yeah, the closest thing to like a proper. Did that get award recognition? Did that get
kind of
close? Golden Globes, maybe.
I like to think. Kathleen Turner was in the Best Actress conversation.
A conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, this movie, it's not streaming anywhere on any platforms right now. That's not behind a paywall. You do have to rent it if you don't own it. I think it's a $4 or so rental for 48 hours, or you can.
It's a fun watch.
It's a fun watch. Yeah, I think it would be worth purchasing for your library. There's always DVDs that you can find probably on Amazon or something. John Waters movies for a while there were always coming out as double features.
Sure.
So I think
we have a Hairspray and Pecker.
Hairspray was
we got to do Pecker. We got to do Pecker on the show.
Yeah, we haven't done that one.
I love Pecker.
Yeah.
Love.
Also, I mean, kind of doing something similar with Johnny that he did with Christina Ricci and Pecker. Because I mean, she would have just been doing movies for kids,
teen movies,
before Pecker. And he cast her as this no nonsense girl that worked at the laundromat.
Yeah.
And just would scream at everybody if they're sitting on the if they're sitting on the washer and dryer. I mean, you've worked at several places like this. If you leave those types of places unattended, all hell will break loose.
Oh yeah,
that you need to you need to throw down the law. No, you cannot sit on the washer and dryer.
Didn't she reprimand some guy for having stained underwear?
Yeah. His clothes were too dirty.
John always talks about when they were on set for that. I'll tell the story briefly, and then we can wrap it up. He always talks about of Eddie Furlong and Christina Ricci smoking on set, and kids that lived in the neighborhood wanted to go see them filming and see if they could see Christina, because she would have been such a big child star at the time. And just these kids being all shocked seeing.
Yeah, in their town. Come on, when would that
all these
ever
kids
happen?
being shocked when they saw Christina smoking.
I mean, he also said Eddie and Christina smoked more than anyone he had ever seen in his life, and that's John Waters.
These kids shocked that
he was born with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
Christina just chain smoking.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, this has been so much fun talking about John Waters and
Glad
Crybaby.
we finally got you on.
Yeah,
I'm so glad. Thank you so much, you guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this has been years in the making.
Yes.
Finally able to do it.
Yes. Thank you for being such a proponent of our show and such a good friend to us. And
I love when I used to be able to commute, or not be able to, but when I would commute and I'd be texting with Scott along the way and being like, oh my God, also this, and that. And being like, this is like 500 episodes ago. He's not going to remember what I'm talking about, but you do. And so it's like,
Scott remembers. Scott always
sometimes
remembers.
have a steel trap when it comes to stuff like
that.
that.
Yeah, it's true. You do.
Well, you're more than welcome to come on again for anything you'd like.
Yeah, let's find another one.
And if we want to do Pecker, that would be wonderful. But
I would love
to.
I would love to do Pecker.
Awesome. All right. Well, Janelle, don't go anywhere. And listeners, you as well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more show. So stick around. Welcome back, listeners.
Big thanks to Janelle.
Yes, that was a super fun episode. I love Crybaby. Watching that movie, I was like, why don't I own this?
Yeah, we need to track down this DVD. I want to listen to the commentary.
Yeah, we'll find the whatever double feature it's on. If it is on one of those, but I think it is. And the commentary should be really great. Because I heard all that Traci Lords stuff on the Cecil B. Demented commentary.
Yeah.
Talking about Melanie Griffith kind of not being super excited about her looks in that movie. So, go get a physical copy of any John Waters movie and watch them with the commentaries. They're really a lot of fun.
I think that something like Multiple Maniacs goes down a little easier with John talking you through it.
Yeah, exactly. Because that movie's crazy.
Yeah.
But thanks again to Janelle. You're always welcome to come back on any future episode of your choosing. But listeners, thank you for sticking around to the very, very end. I think right now it's probably just about time
for the weekly rewind. What have we been watching?
Yeah, we've been watching some fun stuff this week. Not too much.
We went to the movies at least once.
Yes. What did we see?
We saw Begonia.
We saw Begonia. Yeah, Begonia. What does that title mean? I don't know.
Is it flower?
But it's not spelled like the flower.
It's not spelled like the flower.
I feel like Begonia, the flower, is with B-O, and this is B-U-G. I keep saying Begonia.
I don't know what the title refers
to.
So
when you look up the word Begonia, B-U-G-O-N-I-A, it refers to this like ancient like dildo, this old ancient like Greek,
old ancient DeLorean,
a Greek or Mesopotamian like idea and kind of like ritual that bees. You could create bees out of the rotting carcass of like an ox or a cow.
You could create them.
Yes. And that's how bees came about, was like from a carcass. And you would do this little like woo-woo, hocus-pocus, witchy-poo to like the carcass and like bury it and shave it and like do all this stuff and leave it out in the sun and spit twice and all that stuff. And then eventually you cut it open and bees come out.
Okay, that makes sense with...
And there's bees somewhere in the movie. A lot
which going on. Well, I mean, bees are a big part of the movie.
Bees are a big part of the
movie. It's kind of like the through line of a lot of the story and the characters.
Right. So, but what did you think of Begonia in the Yorgos Lanthimos?
I really liked it. I mean, God bless Yorgos made a tight 2-hour movie. I don't think that he makes movies under 120 minutes. So God bless. Like it. That's why I was not super enthusiastic about Kinds of Kindness last year, because that's like a 2.5-hour movie.
Right. Which I did not see Kinds of Kindness.
I didn't see it either. But I really enjoyed this movie.
Okay.
I mean, I would say I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, with his movies, like, they're not really meant to be enjoyed, but I had a good time. You would call it a black comedy. I saw people on Instagram, or no, it was on a Reddit. It was the AMC Reddit page that I follow.
Yeah.
Because I check AMC Reddit boards every day because I'm a fucking dork.
Right.
And there were people giving it a hard time of being labeled as a comedy, but I'm like...
Oh, come on.
But it kind of is, though.
There are worse movies.
It's like, it's an absurdist dark comedy.
There are worse movies out there and TV shows that are being marketed as comedies when they are clearly dramas.
I mean, one battle after another is getting put in the Globe's comedy,
which I'm good
section.
with.
I think it makes sense.
with.
I think Leo's...
I think there's a lot of
Leo's
funny,
doing comedy in that
there's
movie.
a lot of funny stuff in that movie, and I think Leo and Benicio are killing it.
But I really liked it. I think this is my favorite Emma Stone performance. I think she's really good. I think it's a career best for her.
I think she's really giving that high-powered corporate executive.
Which kind of scares the shit out of me just because I'm so not like that.
And you think about, I mean, it's that thing. It's that, I don't know if it's that imposter syndrome or what, but you're like, yeah, that could never be me. I could never do that. That's for adults, right? But then you're like, wait, this bitch is like younger than me. And there are people out there younger than us that are doing these things, making these decisions.
I don't really have that
living
alpha,
that life.
that alpha personality like that.
Yeah. And I don't know that I have like a type A personality or whatever, but I can like lead a team, all that stuff. But those big picture like thought processes, I'm just like, let somebody else fucking do that. But also it's that thing of like, these people have this self-importance.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, entitlement because like, oh, and just like saying things like, well, this isn't a brag, I'm not being hyperbolic or whatever. It's just the truth. I'm very important.
Here are
and
my
blah, blah,
list
blah.
of accomplishments and why I'm important.
But also like why I'm so important that me being gone for days is going to XYZ is going to happen next, right? Because things can't function without me and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think she was really convincing in that part. I was telling you that there were moments in the movie and it killed me just hearing it, but I know it was the character and I know this type of screen. I'm not super familiar with the screenwriter, but I know Yorgos as a director is the kind of person that's going to leave that in on purpose. He's saying incorrect words. He's using words incorrectly in his voiceover. And I'm like, well, that's the Jesse Plemons character just, in his like pursuit to show the world how smart he is. It's just like, okay, well, and it becomes a character thing later on when she's like, well, you're using that word incorrect. You said that wrong. Or I guess grammar is another Andromedan construct.
Sure.
And it really pushed him over the edge, and I thought that was kind of funny. But I was thinking that the whole time I'm just like, well, I have my opinion on whether or not she's an alien. And then at a certain point I was like, okay, wait a minute.
It's a very
things are changing.
Yeah, it's a interesting story to follow. I mean, the IMDb plot synopsis is 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap a high-powered CEO of a major company convinced that she is an alien and her intent is to destroy planet Earth. And this is one of those stories that you keep going back and forth of, is she an alien?
Right.
Yeah. Because you just don't know is it just kind of this, is she kind of trying to play him?
Right.
A little bit?
Well, of course, I mean, she's trying to talk her way out of it.
She's trying to talk her way out of it.
So in her pursuit to talk her way out of it, there are moments when she's like, no, I'm clearly not. You're crazy. That tact doesn't work. Then it's like, okay, yes, I am.
Yeah.
So maybe I can convince him because I am. Maybe I can convince him that, to let me go that way. So she's using every avenue that she thinks that she can outwit him. And you're like, okay, so she's not, because she's just a smart person. And you have to have a certain level of intelligence to be this kind of a CEO, either, whether or not you're narcissistic or entitled or whatever.
Sure.
A lot of times the intelligence has to be there, right? So, okay, so she can talk her way out. But then you're like, I don't know, this is super specific, blah, blah, blah. So you're going back and forth with her and with him. You're kind of the Jesse Plemons character. You're like, I don't know, you know. So, yeah, I liked it more than Poor Things.
Same. I think it has a lot more going on in it than something like Poor Things, which is kind of a... I mean, it's a feminist movie, but I think what got me about Poor Things is that this is a feminist movie primarily made by straight men.
Yeah. Oh, you're a feminist? Okay, name every woman.
Yeah. But I think that this movie, just has a little more going on in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Poor Things, for all of its visual, like, eccentricities and all the really cool production design and all of that, which I love... The movie itself and the script and the characters really kind of I thought were a little lacking. So I think that this was a little bit more grounded in reality.
Sure.
At times. I think it was a lot more successful. Is it something that like we need to purchase and just have and like, let's watch Begonia? I don't know. I'm glad I watched it and I enjoyed it. Does Emma Stone need a third Oscar? Absolutely not.
I think but the irony is I would say this is her best performance. Like this is what she should win for.
You know, we talked about it. We talked about it with Leo. I think that One Battle After Another is a great performance and is Oscar worthy. You know, and it's that thing of like, oh, you're getting it for this, you're getting it for that, and it's like, all right, she's already the prom queen. Will she get 3?
Probably not.
At this age, I don't know. Yeah, but this is a great performance. And if she does get Oscar nominated, I will stand behind it. Yeah. I do not think she should win.
I'm curious to see if she makes that 5.
5 what?
Or that 5, the 5 Best Actress entries. Sure. I don't know. I don't know if this is a movie that a lot of voters are going to go for.
You know, that happens, but then sometimes they get a little campaign, and for some reason...
I mean, it worked for Demi last year.
Coda becomes a Best Picture.
We're hoping that it works for Amy Madigan for Weapons.
Right.
In supporting.
Right,
kind of when a non-Oscar movie manages to elbow its way into the conversation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this director does have a...
I mean, it's Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone. It's like, it's not like it's out of left field for it to become...
They're definitely on the voter radar.
I think Demi was way more of a long shot. And this is just kind of like, okay, well, is she going to get nominated, yes or no? Because of the performance, just because of the combination of the two. And I think Emma Stone as a producer is like, this lady is so rich now. Like, she doesn't have to work anymore because of this whole like production situation.
I hope that her Miss Piggy movie gets off the ground.
Yeah,
with Cole.
Yeah, this is brand new.
It was just announced today off
Deadline.
Deadline.
A brand new announcement. I need to get a Miss Piggy Hiya noise for the soundboard.
I mean, I want to see a Miss Piggy movie.
Everyone wants to see a Miss Piggy movie.
I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I thought she was really good here.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite performances of the year.
Yeah, same.
So, what else have we been watching? We just watched, before we hopped on to do the weekly rewind, we watched I Love L.A. with Rachel Sennett. What did you think of it?
We did. So I kind of like that nowadays, as opposed to we've talked about this with L.A. Story, how in the 90s, L.A. was portrayed very West Side.
Sure.
Right. TV shows based in L.A., you know, you get a lot of the Valley.
Characters that live not too far from the beach.
It's Gary Shandling's show, very famous L.A. show, was set in Sherman Oaks. You know, L.A. Story is all the West Side, you know, and even things like the Kardashians and all that, where Calabasas, like, that's barely L.A., right? I think nowadays when you get LA representation, shows like Love on Netflix,
Sure.
And now this, it's like you get a lot of this East Side representation.
Yeah.
And I wonder if West Side people just hate that. They're like, oh my God, I would never go to the shortstop. But I thought it was very much like, this is episode 1. We are going to show everything.
Yeah. You get
they did.
You get the I Love LA song very early.
There was a montage of like bar exteriors, and it was like everything. It was not just bar exteriors, but it was like Akbar, Erewhon, all that fun stuff. They start one of the very first scenes in the show is an earthquake, and then walking around the Silver Lake Reservoir.
Sure, they're hitting it all.
So very iconic stuff. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It is a very specific, group of people that we're talking about here, and I think that's for a purpose. We're not supposed to like Rachel Sennett's best friend.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were sisters, but no, you're right.
I don't think so.
They're just friends.
Yeah. Rachel Sennett plays Maya. It is her 27th birthday. She's an assistant to a publicist, and it seems to be a small firm. I worked at a small firm. This is the glamorized TV HBO Max version of a small publicity firm. The small one that I worked at just looked like a dentist's office.
Yeah.
You had to mention that was Leighton Meester.
Yeah, Leighton Meester.
In a wig.
Interesting casting.
Yeah.
I kind of like it,
I love
though.
it. Yeah, I love it.
This is a good I would say change for Leighton Meester.
Yes. But it's interesting. She's trying to make it. She's, has social media contacts. Like, we find out that one of her best friends, a former, like, air quote, client, has a huge following. She gets paid $10,000 for, posts, things like that. And Maya is kind of upset about it, and that they were friends. They were so close, and now Maya's still struggling, trying to be a publicist and promote people while she has somebody super close to her who's out there making it. And she's like, well, why are you not using me?
She's just an assistant. She's gotten to herself. She's gotten to a place in her career where it's getting harder to move up to.
Yeah. So I like the character. I love Rachel Sennett. I think she's really funny. But, it's interesting because this is a show about LA, and like, I feel like they all moved here, but there's a point where they're talking and she's just like, oh, and you left, and but it's really hard out here in LA. You don't understand how hard it is, how tough it is. And, and you stayed, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but then you find out it was New York.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's even harder.
That's even harder. We have it good out here compared to people that live in New York City.
They left Kansas. She left New York for LA.
You're definitely living in a bigger apartment.
Yeah,
New York City.
If you and your boyfriend are living in a Silver Lake 2-bedroom, then you're doing okay. And you've been able to stay there since the rent was $2,400 when you moved in.
In unit laundry, too.
Within unit laundry. So not that we're nitpicking. But
us bitchy locals have opinions.
Yeah. So when they go out and she's like, there's a lot. I'm like, all right, where is this? Where is this? I know it's going to be Echo Park. I know it's going to be Sunset Boulevard. Where is it? I hope I know where it is. And I was like, I think it's Shortstop. Mm-hmm. And you're like, that's not what the Shortstop entrance looks like. And you pulled it up. And I was like, I know it's a Shortstop because they're in line. So they're not in front of the Shortstop. Sure. They're in front of the building next door, which I've stood in front of that building enough times to be like, I know that little alcove. Yeah, it's the Shortstop. Crazy.
We haven't been to the Shortstop in years.
No, I have not been in a long time. Mm-hmm. But
it's where it's where Lady Gaga punches that guy in
Star is Born.
A Star is Born.
Yeah. Shortstop is right at the bottom, block away from Vin Scully Avenue. It's called the Shortstop because you can just go there after Dodger games, or you used to be able to watch Dodger games from inside. But we're talking the 60s and 70s.
I think it used to be a cop bar.
In the 80s, it was a famous cop bar, cop hangout. At that time, this is the Rampart district of the LAPD. Walking distance to Dodger Stadium in the middle of Echo Park on Sunset Boulevard. Has since been taken over as just a happening night spot. Mm-hmm. Dancing, photo booth.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Smoker's Lounge. But, that Courage Bagels got a name drop.
Is that
that's
bagel
the
place
shop
that we
was in our old
lived near, and there was always the long line?
Yes. So that's why he was mad that nobody wanted to eat his Courage Bagels.
I mean, he probably
he stood an hour and a half in that line.
$50 on all of those
and
bagels.
Probably spent $50 on them. If he got the ones with salmon, which he said, so little things like that are just like, oh my God, not Courage Bagels. Oh my, what are we going to do today for my birthday? We're going to Erewhon. Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So
I told you that's a big thing
Yeah.
that tourists do when they come to LA. is
Yeah.
that they have to do the self-driving cars.
Oh no! Like take a ride in one.
Take a ride in one.
No, thank you.
And then go buy a $25 smoothie at Air One.
Also, no, thank you. I'm going to continue watching.
Yeah, I'll keep watching it.
Yeah.
I actually liked it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Just because I knew that us bitchy locals would have opinions on a show called I Love LA.
Right.
I mean, I think that LA is such a huge part of our podcast
Uh-huh.
that we really get into the nitty-gritty of living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But I liked it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I think the characters are rotted, but they know they are.
Sure.
I think that they understand that this girl who she says one of her first lines in the movie is like, "Oh, 27, it's a hard age. My dad won his first Oscar at 28, but when he was 27, he was making the movie and it was really hard."
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Oh my God."
That character, I think that's Forrest Whitaker's daughter.
Oh, wow.
True Whitaker. Interesting.
Interesting. But yeah, I enjoyed it and I will be happy to continue watching it.
Yeah,
I
I'll keep
think
watching.
that her friend, Tallulah, played by Odessa Azion, she was so pretty. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God. I
she is really
looking
pretty.
at this girl.
love
And hey, Josh Hutcherson.
We love a short king.
Josh Hutcherson's in it. I was like, damn, Rachel Sennett must be a tiny bitch because Josh Hutcherson was way taller than her and he's like 5'4". And they mention in the episode, they say something about someone being intimidated by how short she is.
Yeah.
To like hype her up. They're like, she's intimidated by how short you are. I was like, I think that's so funny. I think that's a really funny
It's
line.
the character of Charlie.
So is no, Charlie is the gay friend.
Oh, I thought it was the gay friend that mentioned
Oh,
it.
that said that? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, yeah. I thought you said Josh was Charlie. I was like, no, he's the boyfriend. I want to see, is Rachel writing this show?
I would imagine so. This episode is directed by Lorraine Scarfia, and she did Hustlers.
Lorraine Scarfia directed Hustlers. And what was the other one that I said?
Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
For the End of the World.
A movie that no one saw but us.
Rachel Sennett gets written and created by credits. And then there's just staff writers, executive story writers, and executive story editors also credited. So she probably should be getting story by, but she's getting written by credits for the episode. I would imagine the other credited writers are doing punch ups, dialogue stuff. But good for her. Like I said, I think Rachel Sennett's really funny, and we love Bottoms.
Yeah, love Bottoms.
And
And Bodies.
Right. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, I love LA. I say give it a shot. It's fun. I am also over on Max enjoying Welcome to Derry, whilst you are not.
I have not made up my mind about it. I described episode 2 to you of being a little overcooked. Like, these scripts have way too much going on in them. Like, I'm fine with one crazy freak out scene. I don't know if we need 2 or 3 in an episode.
Okay. All right. That's, yeah. And I think that there was like a really big one that was like, oh man, that was a lot. And then there was another one that you're like, oh, this is kind of scary too. But you're right. Do we need 2 of them in 1 hour long? They're over an hour long, these episodes, with no commercials.
I'll keep going with it though.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying seeing all the ties to the other Stephen King properties.
Sure.
Dick Halloran, who is the normal caretaker in The Shining, but leaves for the what's the name of the family? The Torrances to move in, played by Scatman Crothers in the Kubrick movie, is a character in this show, and it's in the book. Dick Halloran is there talking about he helps found the Black Spot, which is the black owned and operated nightclub in Derry that gets burnt down.
Wait a minute, is he the dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the dad is the dad.
Okay.
Hanlon. But he's the
Sure.
other guy. He's the one that's always looking at him funny, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Top secret stuff." Like,
Okay.
and then it always says Halloran before he talks. He's taller and thinner. Because he's not in the fire. But the dad in this is the grandpa in It Chapter 1 that's talking to Mike. That's like, you got to shoot this sheep.
Sure.
Got to put the cartridge in his head. That's this character.
The dad that runs the theater, or the dad
No, that's somebody else.
in the
That's
army?
just a different character.
Okay.
The dad in the army.
Okay.
That one is named Hanlon. And that's Mike. His
Sure.
name is Mike Hanlon. So the one in the army is the grandfather at the beginning of It, right? Because Mike's dad, who is the little boy,
Sure.
he grows up and becomes Mike Hanlon's father. That guy dies in the black spot.
I keep reminding myself about the timeline from the book and
Yeah,
the
you
movie
have to shift the whole
are
timeline.
separate.
Yeah, you have to shift the timeline, because if you read the book, this stuff wouldn't be the 50s. This stuff would be like the 30s.
Yeah.
So just, keep the book timeline in mind. So I think the Stephen King tie-ins are fun. The Dick Halloran stuff. This is The Shining now being part of It, but that's all in the books if you kind of follow that. I know Stephen King timelines are crazy, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's scary. And we still have yet to see Bill.
I think they're going to save him to the
We have
very
to
end.
see Bill. I think we're hearing his voice in some scary moments, but we're not seeing him. But it's going to be it's fun. In our episode 2 we've watched, and so HBO Max is kind of knocking it out right now with 2 shows. What else do you got, Scott?
I mean, I'm doing a Twilight rewatch.
Uh-oh.
Listeners, you can probably guess what I'm getting ready for. A movie that we might be covering in December.
Uh-oh.
I'm already texting the guest about it, but I'm revisiting a lot of the Twilight movies. I watched New Moon and Eclipse this week. I need to watch some Breaking Dawn now.
Okay. And how are they going
These
down?
movies are crazy. It's such a snapshot of the late 2000s and early 2010s.
Yeah, just the little bits that I've seen of you watching. I'm just like, oh my god, these movies are nuts.
It's bringing back memories.
Look like one big movie. There is no discerning trait where you're like, oh, you're watching New Moon.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I think that there is definitely a visual style.
Oh, you're watching Eclipse?
At least to the first movie.
Uh-huh.
Because you can get that. You get that blue filter.
The first movie has the blue filter the most.
I think that the first movie has the most style to it.
Uh-huh.
And then everything is kind of copying the
Right.
first movie.
Right.
Catherine Hardwicke set them on a path.
Yes.
I wish that she would have kept directing them. I had forgot that Sofia Coppola talked to Rolling Stone about taking a meeting on Breaking Dawn.
Oh my god!
I think that the studio Lionsgate was really trying to quarter of that. It's yours if you want it, and she was like, I don't know. There's some weird shit in this book. I don't think it's for me.
Wow.
But she says that she would really like to do something genre-y one day about. I mean, she kind of loved the idea of doing a teenage vampire movie. So
Sure.
maybe one day we'll see something fun like that from Sophia.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, any thoughts on UK Drag Race? We're all caught up.
Bing bang bong. UK hun. I like this season.
Yeah, I think this is a strong cast.
Yeah. I as far as international seasons go, I think UK is definitely up there. It's probably my favorite after US Drag Race.
No, I think it's almost better than new seasons of US Drag Race.
New seasons of US Drag Race?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I'd rather be watching
We're getting to that
UK.
point.
I'd rather be watching
with them.
UK. You're
I
right.
mean, you could kind of say that after episode 2 is that when someone goes home, it's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this queen is leaving.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
So it's going to be interesting to see how these last
that usually
5
doesn't
episodes
that
go.
usually doesn't happen until like past the halfway point. And now, but this one, it was just
the
like,
one that went
whoa.
home last week.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
couldn't believe it.
Just like I thought she would make it further.
Yeah, it's a good cast. I don't know who's going to win.
No, I have no.
I don't
idea
know.
who's gonna
I
win.
think at this point, it could be any of them. And that's what's interesting about UK is that I think that it's the franchise that can still surprise you.
Yeah, you were thinking about Elvosk earlier in the season, which I think she could be a kind of slow burn, like dark horse coming from behind. I don't think Bones or Page 3 are going to win.
No. I think they'll both cancel each other out.
So, like, Katrin Feelins, Terrace Mungardi?
Yeah.
I don't think Terrace. I keep thinking Tace. Is she Tace? No.
Terrace Mungari is probably going to be the next one to go.
Yeah, she's probably pretty close. Yeah, I don't know about Bonnie and Clyde as for the win. So I think maybe who's going to be the top 3? Maybe Vosk, Bones. Do you think Katrin Feelins can be up there?
Maybe.
I don't know. So,
I think the Bonnie and Clyde could make it to the end.
But what do you think of Select's Addiction?
Select's Addiction.
Do you think she's a top 3?
I think that Select's Addiction will get to a challenge that sends her home soon.
Sure.
It could be Snatch Game, which I know is this week.
Yeah.
Snatch Game always gets rid of somebody, maybe not coasting, but it's kind of the undoing of somebody that has kind of a weird run on a season.
Yep. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see who makes it to the top, but I mean, Elvosk, I was going to say, Elvosk doesn't have a Wikipedia link, but neither does Page 3. And Page 3 is like
a lot of them
Queen of the West End.
At least half of them have. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Page 3 doesn't have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A wiki
She's
entry.
Queen of the West End, Queen of Soho.
Sally TM
and there's
does.
nothing. I know. So, yeah, this is a fun season, and we won't talk too much about España because we're still
going on. We have
catching up.
We have been watching
get to the
English dub,
episode,
which is interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this English dub.
I don't know how to feel about it. I think that maybe I can look at my phone more.
Yeah.
When I watch España with the dub,
but it's their voices, but I don't think it's them speaking. I think they have enough of their voices recorded.
Some are better than others.
From an entire season of interviews that they are using that voice to create the AI dialogue. And somebody like Anna Locking comes across very robotic, and then others sound like they have an Indian accent.
Sure.
I think I think they put in it's English with a Spanish accent to make it seem authentic.
There's one that almost sounds like it's Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Doing
the dub, screaming everything. I think Anna Locking and I think Supreme are very robotic and artificial sounding. The Queens sound more natural, but their accents are so strange. It doesn't sound Spanish. It sounds weird and Indian and just strange. So, I don't know. It's easy for us, like you said. We don't have to just be sit down staring at the words the whole time, but sometimes it's a little distracting. And I'd rather hear them laugh and have like their natural inflection.
That's why Jared doesn't watch it with the dub.
Because a lot of times when it's not interview talking head stuff, if it's them in the room together talking over each other and all that, you don't
maybe
get
for the next one we'll watch it
go back to the regular
language.
Yeah, we'll go back to it.
Originated the language.
Español originated the language.
All right.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, well, in that case, that just means that it is now officially time for the Patreon shout-outs. I want to say a great big thank you and hello to all of our wonderful active patrons over on the Patreon, including Jonathan, Sakara, Hasten, Teresa, Ashes, Cinesemiotics, Robbie, RP, Christopher, Callum, David, Chava, Lauren H., Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Leah, Megan, Andrew, Stephen, Leah, SB, Brian, Deja, Erica, Anna, Hattie, Drew, Andy, Kate, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Garrett, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Jess, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Ted, let's see, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Page 2. Paul, Jamie, True, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys. Where'd it go? There it is. Thank you so much for being patrons. Head over to patreon.com/movies that made us gay to find out all about our bonus content, including our $5 television that keeps us gay level.
What did we do last month? We did Buffy. We did Buffy the Vampire Slayer last month, finally.
We did Buffy. And, for $5, we get TV that keeps us gay. We watch an episode of a television show that we love and report back to you on that. And there's tons of episodes there. Also, at the $5 level, there are full season recaps of Drag Race All-Stars. We've done summer series where we talk about 90210. We did another Drag Race Classique summer series where we talked about the logo years. So there's additional stuff other than the monthly television show episode. And then at the $10 level, you get all of that as well as a commentary track where we watch a movie, record a commentary as the movie is playing, and you can sync it up to listen to us talk as you're watching the movie. So that's super fun. It also works as a bonus episode.
Yeah.
You can just listen to it. But syncing it up with the movie is pretty fun because you can see it with us. So check it out. Movies that made us patreon.com/movies that made us gay.
You can go ahead and like, subscribe, give us a review. We would love that.
Yes, indeed. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. And when you do that, click the check mark to save the show and to follow the show, and you'll get notified when new episodes are released. And leave us a review.
Yeah.
Hit 5 stars.
You can go and follow us. We're on all of the apps, most notably on Instagram. Movies that made us gay.
Yes, indeed. You can follow our personals if you like. I'm Pete. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram.
Scott Youngballer on Instagram, and follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Until next week. Bye.